Stop complaining, start acting, watch this when you feel stuck. Alex stared at the ceiling of his cramped apartment, the fan whirring lazily above him like a mocking reminder of his stagnant life. It was another Tuesday morning, or was it Wednesday? The days blurred together in a haze of unfulfilled dreams and endless excuses. At 32, he was still working the same dead-end job at the local warehouse, stacking boxes that felt heavier with each passing year. Why does everything suck? He'd muttered to himself, scrolling through social media feeds filled with people living their best lives, exotic vacations, startup successes, gym transformations. It's not fair, the economy's trash, my boss is a jerk, and luck never comes my way. His friends had heard it all before. Over beers at the dingy bar down the street, Alex would launch into his litany of complaints. The rent was too high, the traffic was unbearable, his ex had left him for someone more ambitious. They'd nod sympathetically at first, but lately, their eyes glazed over. Dude, maybe try something different. One would suggest. Nah, Alex would reply, what's the point? It'll just fail like everything else. And so, the cycle continued. Complaining felt safe, it was a shield against the fear of actually trying, and failing. One rainy evening, as Alex slumped on his couch binge-watching reruns, his phone buzzed with a notification. It was an email from an old college buddy, Mark, who had somehow turned his passion for photography into a thriving business. The subject line read, "Hey man, remember this?" Attached was a video link. Curiosity piqued, Alex clicked it. The video was grainy, from their sophomore year dorm room. In it, a younger Alex was animated, eyes bright, ranting about his big ideas, starting a tech gadget review blog, traveling the world, maybe even writing a book. "I'm gonna make it happen," young Alex declared, fist pumping the air. Mark's voice off camera laughed. "Hell yeah, bro. Stop talking, start doing." The video hit Alex like a freight train. He paused it, staring at his younger self. What happened to that guy? When did complaining become his default mode? Tears welled up, not from sadness, but from a spark of something unfamiliar, resolve. Enough, he whispered. That night, he couldn't sleep. Instead, he grabbed a notebook and started jotting down thoughts. No more excuses. It was time to act. The next morning, Alex woke up with a plan. Step 1. Assess the damage. He listed out his complaints on one side of the page. Job sucks, no money, out of shape, lonely, and on the other, actionable steps. For the job, update resume, learn a new skill. For health, gym 3 times a week. For loneliness, reach out to old friends, join a club. It sounded simple, but simplicity was the enemy of his overthinking mind. Just start small, he told himself, echoing the video's unintentional advice. He began with the easiest, exercise. Alex had a gym membership gathering dust, paid for automatically each month as a guilt tax. That evening, he laced up his sneakers and drove there, heart pounding. The place was packed with fit people who seemed to know what they were doing. I look ridiculous, he thought, but pushed the door open anyway. He started on the treadmill, walking at first, then jogging. Sweat poured down his face after 10 minutes, but he didn't stop. One foot in front of the other, he muttered. By the end of the session, his legs burned, but a strange euphoria washed over him. It was the feeling of accomplishment, however small. Word count so far, about 500. Alex kept going. The next day at work, instead of griping about the monotonous tasks, he focused on efficiency. He volunteered for a new project, inventory optimization using basic software. His boss, surprised, agreed. Alex spent his evenings learning Excel tricks from free online tutorials. This is boring, his inner complainer whined, but he silenced it with progress. Within a week, he'd streamlined a process that saved the team hours. Good work, Alex, his boss said, the first praise in years. It fueled him, but change wasn't linear. A month in, setbacks hit. Alex applied for a better job in logistics management, tailoring his resume with his new skills. Rejection email after rejection email flooded in. See, it's pointless, the old voice crept back. He felt stuck again, tempted to drown his sorrows in pizza and TV. Instead, he revisited the video. Stop talking, start doing. Okay, fine. He signed up for a local networking event for professionals in his field. Nervous as hell, he went, business cards in hand printed at the library for cheap. At the event, Alex forced himself to mingle. Hi, I'm Alex. I work in warehousing but I'm looking to transition. Most conversations were polite but brief. Then he met Sarah, a recruiter for a mid-sized distribution company. They chatted about industry challenges, and Alex shared his recent Excel hacks. Impressive, she said. Send me your resume. He did, and 2 weeks later, an interview invite arrived. Preparation was grueling, mock interviews with Mark over video calls, researching the company. The day of, his stomach churned, but he walked in with fake it till you make it confidence. He didn't get the job. Or going with someone more experienced, the email read. Devastated, Alex almost relapsed into complaining. But something had shifted. What did I learn? He asked himself. Feedback from Sarah, strengthened leadership examples. So, he acted. He enrolled in an online course on project management, earning a certification in 6 weeks. Meanwhile, at his current job, he led a small team initiative, building real experience. Socially, Alex tackled loneliness head-on. He texted old friends, organizing a hike, something active to break the bar routine. Only 2 showed up, but it was a start. On the trail, panting up hills, they opened up about their own struggles. Man, I've been complaining about my marriage forever, one admitted. Maybe I should do something. Alex shared his journey, inspiring without preaching. It felt good to be the motivator for once. Romantically, he was cautious. Post-breakup, he'd sworn off dating, blaming all women, or bad luck. Now, he downloaded an app, but with intention, honest profile, no games. His first date was awkward, a coffee meetup where conversation stalled. This sucks, he thought, but followed up politely. The second was better. He met Lisa, a graphic designer with her own stuck moments. They bonded over shared ambitions. No fireworks, but a genuine connection. Take it slow, he reminded himself. 6 months in, momentum built. The certification paid off. Alex landed a junior manager role at a rival warehouse with a 20% pay bump. Congratulations, Mark texted, attaching the old video again. You did it. But Alex knew it wasn't the end. He started the gadget blog, posting weekly reviews from thrift store finds. Views were low at first, but consistency grew in audience. He even monetized it with affiliate links, earning side cash. Health-wise, the gym became habit. He'd lost 25 pounds, gained muscle, and energy he didn't know he had. Runs in the park cleared his mind, turning complaints into ideas. One day, jogging past a community center, he saw a sign for a writer's group. Remembering his old dream, he joined. His first story, a semi-autobiographical tale about a guy who stops complaining. Feedback was mixed, but he revised and submitted to online magazines. Rejection, par for the course, but one acceptance came, a small lit site. Published it, his first byline. Word count nearing 1,200. Challenges persisted. A family crisis hit, his mom fell ill, hospital bills piling up. Why now? He vented to Lisa, now his girlfriend. She listened, then gently said, what can we do? They researched aid programs, set up a fundraiser. Action over despair. Mom recovered, and Alex learned resilience's true face. Travel. He saved diligently, booking a budget trip to Mexico, his first abroad. Solo, at first terrifying, then liberating. Wandering ancient ruins, he reflected, complaining keeps you stuck, acting propels you forward. Back home, he shared photos on his blog, inspiring readers. A year from that fateful video, Alex looked back. His apartment was the same, but he wasn't. Promotions came, the blog hit 10K subscribers, and he was writing that book, chapter by chapter. Friends noticed, you've changed, man. He smiled. I just started acting, but the real test came during a rough patch. Blog growth stalled, work stress mounted, and doubts resurfaced. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. He pulled up the video again, now his personal mantra. Watch this when you feel stuck, he titled a blog post, embedding it with his story. Comments flooded in. This hit home, thanks for the push. Helping others reinforced his path. Alex's life wasn't perfect, no one's is. Bills still came, bad days happened. But the shift from victim to victor was profound. He volunteered at career workshops, coaching others, list your complaints, then flip them to actions. Start small, but start. One attendee, a young woman named Mia, echoed his old self. Everything's against me, she said. Alex nodded. I get it. But complaining changes nothing. Action does. In time, Alex's book, From Stuck to Striding, Stop Complaining, Start Acting, hit self-publishing platforms. It wasn't a bestseller, but reviews praised its honesty. This book is the video you watch when stuck, one read. He laughed, full circle. Now, at 33, Alex sat in a cafe, laptop open, drafting his next chapter. Rain pattered outside, but inside, purpose burned. No more ceilings to stare at, horizons to chase. If you're reading this, feeling stuck, remember, the video, or story, is your cue. Stop complaining. Start acting. The world's waiting.